In this video today, I'm going to 100% bills must be paid. A game which takes everyone's reality of having to pay bills, but then allowing you to solve your problem in the most ridiculous way. That being smashing piggies jumping around on your desk. The game starts us off immediately telling us that we are broke and all that we have is past due notices and a hammer. And we get straight to smashing the piggies on our table. Not gonna lie to you though, this piggy is taking like multiple hits from a hammer. How is this possible? When you run out of energy, which is displayed in the top left, you get this summary of your round. Yo, I only made $3. And this is how we progress our strength, the skill tree. For now, we can only afford this one upgrade, which does +1 damage on every hit. But as you can see, more stuff has popped up around it, so we can get even stronger next time round. And just like that, we are now doing 2 damage instead of 1. At the end of that run though, I managed to get an achievement for getting 100% accuracy. Just to let you guys know, I was a pro Fortnite player, so my aim's up there. See, as it was so early in the game, I wasn't really sure what to buy here. I ended up landing on extra money because extra money, right? For some reason, if you do an 100% accuracy run again back to back, then you get another achievement for it. I'll take it, I guess. This is when the game reveals what's going to stop us from progressing. We have to pay bills. This one happens to be our water bill. Low-key, if this was real life, I'm not even paying this because, like, who showers anymore, right? Unfortunately, I have to pay it though. It does get me an achievement though. Every time you pay a bill, you actually get a chance to pick one of 3, like, perks, I guess. Honestly though, most of these upgrades are worse than the skill tree, so it's kind of like whatever. I just went for the flat increase attack speed because I know it's good. Our next bill though, $45 for what? 45. Right here I thought I was going to clear the whole table out, but it turns out the pigs just respawn. But I managed to smash 10 pigs in a run. I was slowly progressing on the skill tree, and I realized in my next run that one of the most valuable things is going to be stamina. It also turns out that you can unlock different variants of pigs. The main way these are different is that they have more HP and then they also give more loot. There's a total of 16 different pigs in the game that I'm going to need to unlock for an achievement too. And just look at this. This guy was taking a beating. He ended up taking over half my stamina bar just to take out one of these guys, bro. I had 1 day left till I had to pay my $40 bill, and I took a risk spending all my money to get an extra 10% damage. It ended up paying off though because I managed to earn double what I needed. For my upgrade this time, I chose liquidation, which every 5 seconds is a 10% chance for just randomly murk off a pig. When I destroyed this pig on my next run, the game slowed down momentarily, and I realized that there was a coin on the right side of my screen. Before I found out what it was though, I managed to earn $100 in a single run for another achievement. Pretty much there's 10 different coins in the game that I need to unlock, and they all do different things. I was steady investing into my skill tree every run, and I actually finally got to see liquidation in action, and it's pretty good. I also managed to get this weird drop from a pig, and I wasn't sure what it was when I was playing. Turns out it's the shop. Before I could check it out though, I had to pay my bill off. This is another form of progression where we can buy unique hammers and items which affect the way the game plays. I actually managed to unlock another one of the coins. Double on the... Why did I press that? Like, my... Double! You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that was a waste. But I guess I got an achievement after that for smashing 100 piggies, so it's not all bad. Double or nothing, double or nothing, double or nothing. Yes! And another achievement thanks to that win. Okay, I managed to get the first hammer, and just look at how sick this thing is. This is easily like one of the biggest upgrades you can make in this game. It was at this point where I kind of realized I was doing enough damage, so I started investing in the extra piggy nodes. Obviously more piggies, more money, and I can still take them out pretty easily. But I realized I'd made a mistake buying that hammer. I didn't have enough money for rent now. I'm an idiot! Okay. I'm an idiot. Double or nothing, double or nothing, double or nothing. Yeah. Honestly, looking back on it, my run could have been completely cooked right there. Yeah, these wooden pigs, extremely tanky. This is where I realized I needed damage again. It's kind of like the loop you get yourself in, where it's like you start paying for more pigs on the board, but then they get stronger. So then you need more damage, but then you start taking them out, and you need more pigs again. It's just like a constant loop of it. I got my first big node being Lightning Strike, and I'm not gonna lie to you, they're kind of underwhelming. You really need to spend a lot to get all the upgrades to make it worth it. But I managed to earn 1,000 in one run. Like, once again, I got another big node being Shockwave right here, and it was basically doing nothing for me. Phantom Hand, however, is very good. Pretty much every time you hit a pig, it has a chance to spawn a Phantom Hand, which can then hit another pig for you automatically. At the very start of my next run, I broke these 2 pigs with 1 hit for an achievement. How do I keep ending up in these situations, man? I'm $22 short again. No, okay. I'm the gambling god though. Oh no. No, what? An easy achievement as well for paying 5 bills. 2,700 for the next bill, bro. Nah, it's over. Like, I'm only pulling in like $400 per run. How do I even make that in 4 more days? Oh, That's how I do it. I get extremely lucky and hit 4x on a wooden pig and then 1000 in one go. I'm not gonna lie to you, I basically got away with murder right there. I kind of knew the end was coming for me, so I just did my best to make the most of it. Yeah, the game's out of its mind, asking for 5800. Before I went out though, I managed to get one more coin. It increases the damage on my first swing if I manage to hit 2 piggies. There is quite a lot of upgrades revolving around the first hit, so it's not bad. I also unlocked the pinata, which is a 10% chance to smash on any hit. My only chance right here to make it was to do double nothing and hope I win, and I actually managed to. But even after paying that bill, the next one was 12,000. I had no choice. When you declare bankruptcy though, you earn legacy points based on how much you earned throughout the run. You can spend these on rings which persist throughout future runs as well. We get an achievement as well for declaring bankruptcy and starting a new cycle. And then we're back to the very start of the game again with some slight upgrades. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna show you guys me grinding back to where I was because there's just no point. It's basically all the same. I will mention that I was paying bills earlier as I got a ring which allowed me to get extra attack speed based on how early I paid. Even our skill tree gets completely reset. Things that are worth mentioning is I randomly managed to unlock this phone right here. This allows you to call Tony, who can lend you money, but apparently there's some sort of catch. I also managed to pay my 10th bill here. Unlocked another coin which allows me to restore 2% of my max stamina every 10th hammer hit. Glowing piggies was also something I invested in right here. There's a 3% chance for any piggy to spawn glowing, and if it does, then it's guaranteed to drop a jackpot, which is the most loot. I was nearing being back to where I was, and I managed to get the next hammer upgrade. For some reason though, even though this hammer is a direct upgrade, it felt like it was hitting slower than the other one. It's so weird. I got lucky as well right here and managed to destroy 3 piggies in one hit. I managed to unlock a new pig, but I didn't read what it actually did. Pretty much whenever you hit them, they go dashing across the screen, and anything they hit, they deal damage to. So the best way to take advantage of this is to hit them once at the start and then let them just go and hit everything and deal damage for you. Yo, I keep having to gamble these runs. I don't know why I kept selling so bad, but I got lucky here that I even won the coin flip. I bought Ignite here as well, which allows me to set fire to some of the pigs. Goblik was also unlocked right here. Basically, he can steal the coins, and if you do kill him when he steals them, you get a 1.5 multiplier on it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was doing serious damage right here. Like, look at how quick I'm wiping this board. This led me to earning 10k in one run for another achievement. Okay, I bought Coin Rain right here, and it's actually very important. Coin Rain you can see in the bottom left, right, and basically it builds up as you destroy other pigs. At base level, you get 10% of each pig smash worth added to it. Right here, you can see that it popped for me, and I get just a free 2,500 coins. The bills are ramping up again, and I knew it wasn't going to be long till I get caught out and can't pay it. Bro Talito right here, the big brother to Normalito, was unlocked as well. This guy gave me a reality check, bruh. He was strong. Okay, so Gambelito right here is the first one that doesn't actually spawn on the table. Instead, it's this mini game where you've got to pick the correct 1 out of 3. You can freely select how much you want to wager, so it's not like the other one where it's guaranteed 50-50 on everything you have. Max it out. I don't even know what the game is. Oh. Wait, what? I don't know which one had it. I think it's this. I don't know which one it was. I didn't look. Well, that's just... Oh, I see how it is. I mean, okay, they make you think you have a chance and they just do that to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's the biggest scamazery I've ever seen. Hey, like I was talking about it earlier, Phantom Hand upgrades right here, look at how crazy it's going. And also, after getting some upgrades into Lightning and Shockwave, they will also start to be a bit more useful now. Rocky was also unlocked right here, he's just a pure tank. I unlocked the coin right here, and it's actually been a while since I got one of these. This one's kind of trash though, it's just extra stamina after you pay a bill. A good upgrade I did get right here though from the shop is the slot machine. You can see the slot machine in the top left of the table, and if all the symbols line up, you can just get like a free 1,000. And this will constantly spin throughout the run, so it's just passive income. I managed to get my 250,000 bill paid off, but 700,000, I'm not sure about that. Sergeant Oink was also unlocked. Pretty much, he just runs really fast in one direction and then turns when he gets to a side. Also, the upgrades kind of started matching my like total income, so that's kind of the point in the game where you kind of realize the run's gonna end soon. So instead of calling Big Tony and stalling out my defeat, I just let it go and declared bankruptcy. There was a couple good upgrades here, mainly being an extra 20% loot and extra 20% damage, just flat. And so I started cycle 3. You know the business, I'm going to put us straight back up to where we are and just show you guys the important parts. Achievement 16 right here for paying 20 bills. Another coin which on the first piggy destroyed each run, I get a 33% chance for 3 times loot from it. One of the perks I chose after paying the bills allowed for everything to be frozen. This meant the piggies didn't move, but my stamina still does drain, just a bit slower. I did somehow manage to make an error quite early on, as I was just barely short right here and I flipped the coin and then lost unfortunately. This meant I had to call Big Tony in for a loan. Pretty much he gives you money, charges you back more than what you owe him, but then he also takes a cut of your daily earnings, and we get an achievement for taking him up on his loan. So you can see on the screen that he's taken 23,000 from me right here, and then in the top right I owe him 193,000. My only issue was I didn't understand this. I thought the cut he was taking from me would pay him off eventually, but it doesn't. You need to pay him back yourself. Round after round this guy's just taking money from me and I'm doing absolutely nothing about it. I even luckily won this coin flip right here to keep my run alive. I unlocked Spiky right here too. He basically does damage to other people based on our damage, and then somehow I managed to get a run where I earned 1 million total, and I finally had the logic to go and pay Tony off. Thank God. Paid off the bill for 1 mil and then a 4.4 million bill. How is this fair? The rare rainbow picker spawned in. I'm pretty sure he just rare has a chance of really high loot. But just look at this, man. Ain't it crazy to think from what we started to being here now? It's crazy. Okay, these upgrades are getting expensive right here, but super jackpot is important for an achievement. Basically, you need to pray you hit a 0.5% chance to get the super jackpot, and fortunately I hit it very soon and got the achievement for it. I was actually just barely short of 4.4 mil, so I had to call Tony in for a little 1 mil loan. I paid him off ASAP though, because I don't want him rinsing me this time. And I also got another coin which spawns 2 extra piggies at the start of each run. Only 3 coins left total. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough damage to clear out some of these guys, and it basically resulted in me not getting enough money by the end of it. So I just did a YOLO coin flip and unfortunately lost it. Also, Big Tony was unavailable because I already took a loan from him recently. Bankruptcy was my only option here. The main upgrades I got this time around was being able to swing faster, and this orb that can spawn on a critical hit, which is good because we have an 100% critical hit chance on our first hit, so it's a guaranteed orb always. And we're back to the start again, but I will tell you now, this is the last run of the game. Circling orbs as a bill paying reward is really strong. It's a 5% chance to spawn in these spinning orbs, and just look how quickly it sweeps everything up. I also did a $1 bet because I figured there'd be an achievement for winning this, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not even sure that this is just like based on how much you bet whether or not you can win it or not. It's just pure RNG, it feels like. But I actually managed to win it like on my first try of attempting to get it. Okay, so it took me about an hour to get right back to where I was in terms of like skill tree unlocks and all of that. And I mean, as you can see, the run's just going way better. Like before, when I was here, I couldn't kill anything, but now I'm just wiping it all out. The golden hammer was my final shop item and the final hammer of the game, which got me an achievement. Managed to pay the 7 mil, but this time it was way easier. I could already tell I was going to win this one. The other big hint to me was that I was getting to the end of the skill trees. Like there was nothing coming up below them anymore. This is literally like overstimulation final boss right here. Like what is even going on my screen? Goldie right here is the final pig I need, and it gets me the achievement for collecting all of them. Now instead of there being pigs to unlock, there was a weird trophy in its place. I also managed to max out the skill tree right here, or so I thought. So at that point I was like, what's the point in stalling it out? I might as well just pay all the bills I can as quickly as I can. And when I paid the one for 56 mil, I got this weird choice for perks afterwards. They all mentioned of King Piggy Bank, and I wasn't sure what that meant. When I did select it though, it unlocked a new branch of the skill tree. These were much more expensive and they just gave straight damage ups. So I did what I could and thought I'd just get back to grinding. But when I loaded back in, this big tank spawned in. This guy is the final boss, quote unquote, of the game. I'm presuming his name is King Piggy Bank. But I mean, I knew it was going to be easy because I've already maxed out the skill tree pretty much, so there's not much else I could do. The longer you hit him, the more my damage stacks up, so at some point I just started melting his HP bar. I managed to take him down and he exploded into all this loot. I then was made to pay one final bill as I was no longer broke anymore. And when I did, I got an achievement and the credits rolled. I still need to go back in though and grind my final 3 achievements out. The first of 3 I got was for collecting all the coins in the game. Completely unrelated as well, I got the trophy right here, which unlocks a trophy room. I guess it's to prove you beat the game. If you want to see what the true end game looks like, it looks like this. In doing this, I'd managed to grind enough money to complete my skill tree for an achievement, and then declared bankruptcy so I can go and buy the final rings. And that's my 100% for bills must be paid. Overall, a fun but short game with an easy 100%. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.